the top at 5 o'clock right now. Tropical storm Elsa bringing high winds, and you see their waves to Key West.
And here's a look at the latest forecast track for Elsa as it moves past Key West and heads for the west coast of Florida.
And here is a look at the latest satellite imagery of that huge storm that is taking up nearly half of the entire state.
And all of South Florida under a tornado watch right now. Here's a live look at the local 10 radar. And parts of our viewing area are also under a flood advisory.
Our chief certified meteorologist Betty Davis tracking the stormy weather in South Florida, and of course Elsa. Betty.
Good afternoon, everyone. I do have the 5 o'clock advisory on Elsa. The center of circulation is over the eastern Gulf of Mexico waters. Maximum sustained winds are at 70 miles per hour as it's moving north at 10 miles per hour. And that center is 155 miles southwest of Tampa, Florida. The center of circulation, of course, pulling farther away from the lower Keys. Here's the projected path again. I do want to point out that it is scheduled to make a landfall along the west coast of Florida, north of Tampa, at some point tomorrow morning. And notice it's also forecast to become a hurricane. Right now, the winds are at 70 miles per hour, and there's not a lot of difference between a tropical storm with 70 mile per hour winds and a Category 1 hurricane. But officially, it is forecast to become a hurricane before it makes that landfall. So from Tampa to Cedar Key, that's where the hurricane warnings are in place. Meantime, we've been following the outer rain bands reaching all the way over to our side of the peninsula. That's why we're included in this tornado watch. At this point, I don't see anything incredibly strong in terms of the bands over us. The one that did produce some downpours and gusty winds, that has weakened, and we've got some lighter rains even lifting out of Fort Lauderdale and northeast Broward at this point. Flood advisories until 5:45 around Hollywood, Aventura, down towards Surfside, because when the rain did come, it unleashed about 2.5 inches pretty quickly. We'll get some dry time, and then we'll have a few more little lighter showers rotating in. We'll watch and see if anything tries to spin up. But the stronger storms are closer to that center of circulation just off the lower Keys. I think this band right here, though, the storm within this is going to miss Key West, maybe graze the dry Tortugas. So outside of that, we're just waiting for the winds to drop below tropical storm force in the lower Keys. We've had winds today. They're gusting as high as 70 miles per hour. That center of circulation passed just to the west of Key West this morning, and now the winds are down to 40 miles per hour with the gusts sustained still near 30. Around about 6 o'clock this afternoon, just before the sun goes down, I'm thinking these winds, the gusts, will start to drop below tropical storm force. So that's what we have right now as we continue to track Tropical Storm Elsa, forecast to become a hurricane, but as it stands right now, almost there with maximum sustained winds of 70 miles per hour as it's battering currently places like Fort Myers, sending in plenty of heavy rainfall and gusty winds.